Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. Sitting out here with Michael, just enjoying an afternoon pipe and a book, some more coffee. Percolator was still going. Well, still warm. Hey, side note before I jump into this quick, my thoughts on this book. I don't want to call them reviews because I don't know that I'm qualified to review things. But and I'm not a big Instagram guy, but I did notice today that Captain Black is running a promo that you should get into before the 9th of November. It's a chance to win a J. Mouton pipe. I have a couple, one smoked, one unsmoked. I don't know if I'll keep the unsmoked one, I've always thought. Maybe let it go. I have so many pipes, it's ridiculous. I overdid it. So jump into that if you're a fan. And I bring that up because this is the pipe that is my favorite shape, and that's what they're asking you. I am a very big fan of the Savinelli 626 quarter bent apple. I like the 636 too. It's a little bit bigger of a bulb, but they're harder to find. And this is the Trevi. It's in a 9 mil. If you're a 9 mil guy, I have quite a few 9 mil pipes. I do enjoy them. If you're a 9 mil guy or gal, a great place to find new 9 millimeter is Smoking Pipes Europe. Reasonably priced, about the same you'll pay here, in my experience, and easy to deal with. It's listed in pounds, obviously the euro, or not pounds, euros. I'm sorry, nudge on. It's listed in euros, but they'll convert it for you easily, or you can do it yourself, whatever. Shipping's pretty good. It takes a little bit longer. I believe it comes out of Ireland. Enough about that. First of all, I got to go back to school and learn the difference between a British pound and a European euro, apparently. Michael agrees. Hey, the book I want to talk about, and I had finished this one just a few weeks ago, Bill O'Reilly's Killing the Witches. And it's in his Killing series. I tell you what, I'm a fan. I had read Killing Lincoln a while back, and I think I might go back through all of his Killing series. I think this was book 13. What I really like about it is, I think personally, he does a really nice job of just presenting the facts in what occurred. He does it really in the few books I've read, and I'm almost done with Killing Kennedy, which is fantastic. In the few books I've read, he doesn't really try to give a slant one way or the other, and he does a great job of keeping politics out. He's just factual. These are the facts based on research. So if you like historical, political, or just good history, country history, check it out. But this one, Killing the Witches, is about the Salem, Massachusetts witch trials. And it's really a broad spectrum. This book is really broad. I mean, it starts back before even the Pilgrims. And it documents the Pilgrims and the first people coming over from England. And really goes into a lot of their plight, what they struggled with, and you really could feel for them. Talks about, the Native Americans and the first Thanksgiving, and it builds up to the witch trial. Talks about that, and then it kind of shifts gears. Talks about a little bit about how Benjamin Franklin was impacted by the Salem witch trial, and how the Salem witch trial shaped not only Ben Franklin, but some of the founding fathers, which in turn kind of shaped the country. Very interesting thought on that. Very interesting. And then he goes on to kind of close out. Well, not close out. I'll get to that in a second. He kind of goes on through there into the 1900s and getting more modern. He even goes a little bit into council culture and witch hunts. But he really ties the book up at the end talking about the real story of The Exorcist, which I found to be very interesting. Gives the guy's name, contrary to the horror movie. It was a young man, not a young lady. But it even talks about how that transpired and gives you some history of that. So one thing I didn't realize, I guess, I always had this notion that witches were burned at the stake. And in Salem, that was not true. They were hung. So, great book. Great read. And again, I try to keep it. I like how O'Reilly wrote the book. I like that he kept it. Here's the facts. Didn't try to condemn one side or another or try to, smear his thoughts on it. He kind of leaves it up for you as a reader to decide. I find that to be very true in Killing Lincoln, which I'll review, or Killing Kennedy, which I'll review another day. I got about 40 pages left. I'm sure it'll be over tonight. I got to go back and revisit Killing Lincoln. I'm a buff of history. I've always said my calling was probably a history teacher in college, a professor. Somehow I got into transportation and logistics and now can't get a damn job because they're cutting all the top tier talent. Another story for another time. All about money. Anyhow, in here with some esoteric Cardiff. Man, I tell you what, I used to classify myself a Virginia smoker. And then I kind of into Englishes, but kind of forgot how good a straight Virginia really is. Now I'll dabble and dig out a little bit of old Christmas cheer every year at Curmudgeon's party for Sinatra, which I have a lot of good things, maybe not so good, to discuss about Sinatra this year in terms of Kennedy. I learned a lot in that Killing Kennedy book, a lot. Same with Killing the Witches. But hey, if you're a family of American history, or family, a friend. I tell you what, folks, man, if you're a fan of American history, do yourself a favor and grab one of them. I'm going to grab all 13 eventually. A lady I talked to this weekend, I was reading this at a craft show. My father-in-law was doing a craft show. Did a really good job. He makes custom-made pens and light pulls for your fans and seam rippers. If anybody is interested in a unique gift for, pens, obviously. If anybody's interested in a unique gift for Christmas, let me know. I can get you in touch with him. He can make pizza cutters, wine stoppers, the bottle. I mean, it's beautiful work. Beautiful work. I wish I could do. We bought a lathe that's never been used because I thought I would get into turning tampers. Me and Mrs. Buckeye were going to get into turning things. And so we have a lathe for sale if anybody's interested. Anyhow, rambled on, man. This is about a pipe in a book and Killing the Witches. Again, if you're a fan of history, I think you'll find that it's a very fantastic read. Even if you're not a fan of history, maybe it'll make you one. Anyhow, folks, enjoy your day. Let's sit here and enjoy this pipe and enjoy this 77-degree weather here in November in North Kakalaki. Finish this Kennedy book and see where the day takes us. Thanks for watching. Take care. Wash your damn hands. Don't forget. That is important, especially this time of year. We'll see you later. Thanks again, everybody.